129 of the EZK show. Today is our monthly episode where we talk about what's coming out in May. Will this be the month we finally return to the theaters?
I think so.
Maybe.
Oh, I think it is for me.
So there's a good possibility because I'll probably go see a Quiet Place Part 2 in theaters. So actually, and it's going to be my epic return. I'll go into the theaters, walk in like LeBron James, and and just say the king is returned. Through the rock, finally, Darth Easy is back. But yeah, this episode we're breaking down what's actually coming out this month and all the other stuff. So let's get right into it. So on the first weekend of May, it's a slim pickings really this month. I mean, there really isn't a lot coming out, but usually during summer, the first month, because now we are officially in the summer movie season, I guess. But usually the first month there's like maybe one or two movies you're looking forward to, but really you're waiting for June and July for movies to really start picking up. So on May the 7th, we have the new Guy Ritchie film, Wrath of Man. What do you think about this one?
I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of flying under the radar here. I keep forgetting about it. Mm-hmm. I saw that one trailer a few weeks ago, and other than that, I don't know if this would be the one that brings me back to theaters. But I also, if it gets really good reviews, I'm not saying it wouldn't. If it gets really good reviews, I might go check this out at theaters at some point in time. Maybe not opening week, but looks like Jason Statham being a badass.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't like I haven't seen the trailers just because I don't like watching movie trailers. Unless it's some other some big kind of properties like Disney or Marvel or all that kind of stuff. Unless it just pops up on my TV, I don't really watch it. So, but Guy Ritchie, I mean, you've really liked his last two films between Aladdin and The Gentleman, which I didn't really care. I really didn't care for The Gentleman. But this kind of goes back to his roots, especially with Jason Statham, who was really, he made his start up his career with Guy Ritchie films. So I'm not big into Jason Statham. I kind of think he does the same thing over and over and over again. I just would like to see him do something a little different, but that's his gimmick. So I guess that's just what he's going to be doing. So sure. Well, Wrath of Man, I'll see it when it comes out. Well, I don't know if I'll see it when it comes out, but I'll probably see it if it hits the streaming service because I don't know really when it's coming out. Because movies are still getting released pretty quickly to streaming services, so that's probably what I'll do for this one, or not see it at all. So, all right.
Oh, heck yeah! But sorry, I don't mean to interrupt our thing here, but I was there's a new Sony animated movie that Netflix bought the rights to.
You talk about
came out.
Do what?
The Mitchells versus the Machines.
Oh,
it came out Friday. It has a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think I'm gonna watch that tonight, but I know that doesn't have anything to do with this. But
no, I mean, yeah, I just gotta watch some Oscar movies. So since I watched that Minari last week, and that's gonna be what I do this weekend. Think about watching The Father or Promising Young Women or that No Man Land. So.
Looks like that Michael B. Jordan movie is not very good.
That's what I saw. I'm a little disappointed about that, but oh well. So, all right. The next movie coming out this weekend is something called Here Today. I really didn't know anything about this, and I really still don't. But you know more than me, so talk about it.
Well, I saw a trailer somewhere, probably on TV or something. But it's Billy Crystal and Tiffany Haddish, and they're I guess Tiffany Haddish is interviewing Billy Crystal because he's kind of like an old comedic writer or something, and they kind of form a friendship. But Billy Crystal's also I guess, has some kind of disease and might be losing his mind or dying or something. So it's kind of one of them feel good, movies with some good actors. But I mean, it didn't really do anything for me. The trailer didn't. But it could end up being something cool. But an unlikely pair. is what the comedy of it was. Everybody was like, "What are you guys doing hanging out?" And people just thought she was his daughter or something, but really they're just two random friends.
Okay, I mean, I really don't have much more to add. I mean, Billy Crystal, I really haven't seen a movie with him in it for a while, so he's probably a little rusty. And Tiffany Haddish, it's a little weird comedy for
still one of the greatest rom-coms ever. When Harry Met Sally,
I guess so. I like it. It's just not one of my favorite romance movies, so it just kind of it's a little too fit perfect. So.
I'm not a big Tiffany Haddish fan.
Well, I mean, she's funny.
You say so.
Okay, so
what's next?
Coming out the weekend of the 14th, which is a movie really I have no interest in seeing, and that is Spiral: The Book of Saw.
Yeah, this is kind of like a relaunch of the Saw franchise, which they've tried to do many times. I quit. I think I watched the first maybe 3 Saws. I quit watching it after that. I loved the first one. The first one is like a cool detective movie about a serial killer, and it has an awesome twist at the end, and the music's great, and the direction's great, and it was kind of just really ahead of its time when it came out. But then all the spinoffs and stuff have been like just I don't know. I got sick of watching it. It's kind of like Paranormal Activity. It was just once you reach spinoff number 40, it's kind of lost its thing. But this one's kind of cool because you got Chris Rock coming in. I think he wrote this and he wanted to really be a part of it. He stars in it, and the trailer didn't look half bad. It's he's a detective and there's somebody copycatting Jigsaw from the past, and it's them trying to figure out who it is and everything. It doesn't look horrible. I'm still got a sour taste in my mouth from the past Saws, and I don't really like the torture porny kind of horror movies, which these do sometimes. And so if it's all about breaking people's legs and skinning people alive and stuff like that, then I don't want to see it. But I mean, if it's got a cool story and gets good reviews, I'll probably go check it out.
Okay, yeah, I have no interest in seeing this. I don't care if it's good or not, to be honest with you. Saw is not my franchise, and it's like a lot of horror movie franchises. Just not for me, and I don't care about all the torture bullcrap in a lot of these films, so that's the main reason for me. But, I was looking this movie up, and I saw Chris Rock was in it, and also Sam Jackson's in it, apparently. I was like, really? Okay, sure.
It is kind of weird. Of all the Chris Rock movies, this is like, I think that's kind of what people will go see this for, because they'll be like, whoa, Chris Rock in a Saw movie. Let's see what happens.
Okay, moving on to the next weekend. Really, the only movie coming out this weekend is a Netflix film, and that is Army of the Dead.
We've talked about this last week, but
it was on our top 10 anticipated. It was at number
2 or 3,
5.
5.
On our overall list. Okay,
it was mine like 2 or 3. But yeah, Zack Snyder returns to his roots. Films a zombie movie.
Well, I wouldn't say his roots. Well, I mean,
yeah, his first movie was Dawn of the Dead.
Was his first movie? Okay, so, but he's made a kind of a living off the comic book movies for a while,
true.
And
did Watchmen and Batman and Superman, blah 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 blah,
blah 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 blah,
blah 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 blah. But I think the trailer looks pretty cool.
It looks interesting. I kind of like the idea of like Vegas being maybe like where the world maybe I'm interested in the world they're kind of setting up, because like, did the zombie virus start in Vegas and then they kind of just like okay, this is where it's at, or we quarantine it. We are doing great this time. We're actually going to quarantine this area like what we did for COVID. So we're going and then they go for a little heist film. There's like a crazy cast in the film. Like Dave Bautista's in it. Who else is in there?
Got a lot of good people.
Let's see. Okay, never mind. No, really, I can't really name one
Yeah,
other
none of these
person.
people actually know. I'm looking at it. It's not familiar other than Dave Bautista.
Yeah, I thought there was
But-
someone else that looked
Yeah.
familiar.
Or
But
it might be.
it looks fun. It looks like a summer fun movie. And Zack Snyder's in my good graces right now after his cut of Justice League. And then so yeah, we'll see how this turns out.
I'm looking forward to checking it out. Not in theaters. Because it's a Netflix movie.
Right. All right. Moving on to the final weekend in May. First, we have a little film known as Cruella.
Cruella. The Disney live action what is it? Origin story of Cruella de Vil.
I guess. I mean, I think it's just more of a. It's really what it looks like to me. It looks like a 101 Dalmatian movie, just mostly centered around. It's basically Maleficent, which is basically retelling the story of Sleeping Beauty, but it's also going to have her origins and everything. The one thing that has me interested in the film, and the trailer was surprisingly good. Now, could the trailer be showing all the best parts, and could the movie be hot garbage?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Another thing they could be doing is cutting that trailer to make it look way darker than it actually is.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm afraid of, because it is a Disney movie after all.
Right, but Disney can get dark.
They could,
because let's not forget Disney let Gareth Edwards kill all the characters in Star Wars Rogue One. This is the studio that killed Bambi's mom 50, 60 years ago. So, I mean, Disney has its demons. So, I think there's and you have to go dark at a character like Cruella who wants to kill some dogs to make a jacket out of.
That's right. You got the awesome Emma Stone in here. Oh, I just love Emma Stone. So
yeah, I mean, I haven't really seen a movie lately with Emma Stone where I really think she's been like as good as she was like in La La Land. And I don't think this will be the film to return her to that grace either. But it's an interesting project for her, and I'm interested to check her out in this.
Me too.
Okay, now the final movie coming out, which was supposed to come out last year, but effing COVID, we have A Quiet Place Part 2.
Yeah, we watched this back in like April of last year, the first one, to get ready for this movie, and then it never came out. It just kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed. But yeah, this movie looks awesome. Mm-hmm. Looks like an interesting take on where they're going with a future movie, because at the end of the first one we pretty much found out the monster's weaknesses, and but doesn't necessarily mean everything's going to be hunky-dory after that, so it'll be cool to see. And what's her name,
Emily
John
Blunt.
Krasinski's wife, Emily Blunt. Yeah, she's awesome, so I'm looking forward to seeing her again, and really all of the kids.
Yeah, and then John Krasinski behind the scenes, actually directing. And I think he's in some flashback scenes. And also we got Cillian Murphy in this movie as well, and I'm a big fan of him. And then there's someone else in it. I think it's what's his face from Gladiator. What's his name? Dima Huja, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He's in this movie.
Hansu.
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of of things. He was in Captain Marvel. Was he Kingsman?
That's what it says.
Oh no, he's in the Kings. No, he's in the King's
Man. Oh yeah. Okay, gotcha.
That's the one coming out, I guess.
Yeah.
That movie kind of got pushed back before COVID, so that one's a little worried about. So yeah, I mean, I think Quiet Place Part 2 looks great. It could be one of the best movies of the year so far.
Oh, right down here it says produced by Michael Bay. Well, hello, Mr. Michael Bay. I didn't know that.
Don't ruin this for me. Okay, guys, that is this episode of the Easy K Show. Guys, check us out here every week on the Darth Easy Show YouTube channel. to check out our latest episodes of the ECK Show. Also, check out my main Darth Easy YouTube channel where I post movie reviews and some other stuff. And also check out this podcast channel where I talk about all my podcasts like Survivor and everything else. And make sure you check out Randy Cage at his little letterbox website. If you're interested for a newspaper, check out Randy Cage.
Yeah, exactly. Although I haven't done a review on there in months. So
now it's basically you might as well just watch here if you want to check out Randy Cage content. All right, guys. Until next week.